Folks, excuse me, really dry. Well, I went running after work, so a little dehydrated. I should have hydrated up afterwards. But anyway, in a follow-on piece to my video response to Lee about game preparation, Runequest role-playing in Glorantha. So I keep looking at my picture instead of my camera. Runequest role-playing in Glorantha. Glorantha is a mythological world where the gods are real. You say gods are real in every world kind of thing if you portray it that way. Well, it's not that the gods are real, but Yelm, the sun god, does in fact come up out of the ground in the east, travel across the sky, go back down into the earth on the west, travels through the underworld, and next dawn, he comes up again. The mythology is he was killed, he goes to the underworld, and he has to do that cycle over and over again. That's the mythology. That's in fact what's happening. There's the lunar goddess. People in the lunar empire worship her, right? She's a moon goddess. When she went through her apotheosis, since apotheosine is not a real word, when she went through her apotheosis, she took a huge hunk of the earth with her, went up to the middle sky. So when you look up in the sky, you see that red moon. That's in fact, well, she's sitting on top of it, but that's her. She's up there. And she rotates once a month or once a week. She rotates once a week from red to black to red, and the power of the lunar magic, waxes and wanes with that. Mythology, it's real. Orlanth is a storm god. He's the king of the gods. He's actually the one who killed Yelm, which is why Yelm died in the end. But he had to fix that, right? He's a hero. He wanted to be the king of the gods, so he killed the emperor, and so he's now the king of the gods. But then, when the sun is gone, it's dark out, and plus he's in the underworld, so creatures down there don't like the heat and the sun, so they try to get out. And so everything in the underworld comes to the top, and you got all these darkness creatures, you got all these chaos creatures, all kinds of bad things happening. Okay, maybe killing the sun wasn't such a good idea. So being the proper hero he is, he took it upon himself to fix it, and he did. But one of the other deals, because Glorantha, instead of having classes and levels, you have occupations and cults, right? Or cults and occupations, something like that. Anyway, these are what make you. You don't have alignments. You have relationships, and one of the relationships is with the deities, and that's through your cult, right? So one of the subcults of Orlanth is Vinga. And some people think that she's just a female version of Orlanth. Other people think that she is the daughter of Orlanth. And like most mythology, you've got conflicting information, right? And neither are true, both are true, one's not. It doesn't really matter. What do you believe? What do the people you associate believe? What does your cult believe? That's what really matters, right? But anyway, somewhere along the line on one of the Facebook pages for Glorantha, this whole Vingan thing came up about her not being able to have children. So I had to ask some questions. I honestly didn't know much about it. I just knew she was a female Orlanth kind of thing, right? So I got in a conversation with a couple of people, and I did some more, reading from what I do have material-wise. And apparently there's a myth story about how Vinga was with her storm brothers, and they're fighting the chaos creatures and gods, and she wants to go out and fight, but her storm brothers won't let her because she's female. She is a key component to the clan's survival by producing children, right? And she thinks, hey, that's not fair. So she goes to her mother and says, hey, they're not letting me go fight because I'm a girl. And so her mother takes her her menstruation, takes her ability to menstruate. There we go. Takes her ability to menstruate, right? And so she can no longer reproduce now, and so she can go fight with the guys. And there was some more other stuff going back where she went back and forth a couple of times before they actually let her go fight. But anyway, getting back to this whole mythology thing, and I'm really starting to bite off onto this stuff recently. Vinga's also got red hair. And in my Glorantha, it's because when her mother took her ability to menstruate, she took that material and dyed her hair with it. So her hair is red. Now, other people will say other things, and your Glorantha will vary, right? So anyway, that's my version of it happening. So, in this whole mythology kind of thing, right? Children are children until they initiate to their cult at around age 16, right? So there's none of this going through puberty. It happens through a mystical, magical experience called initiation. You go to bed that night a child, you wake up the next morning a man or a woman, an adult. So girls go to bed at night, they come back from their hero quest initiation, and they've got breasts and they menstruate overnight. It just happens like that because it's mythological. So, tying back into this whole Vingan thing, if you get chosen by Vinga to be one of her initiates, she takes your menstruation, or ability to menstruate, from you, and in turn, your hair gets dyed red. You don't have to dye your hair red if you're a Vingan. It is red. It's part of the mythology. It's part of the mystical, magical transformations. But anyway, that's just a little tidbit on. I am by no ways a Gloranthophile. I am a Runequester. But the more I dig in this, and the more I think, I like how this is going, and that's how I'm running my world. Happy gaming.